Hello, this is a Platinum 4 Soldier VOD review, and the post on this one mentions that they just wanted tips to hit Diamond. They said it was a balanced game, so I don't know what exactly that means, except for Thanos. Perfectly balanced, but we'll go through it. Okay, Circuit Royale.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Incoming.
You can't hero.
Spot the payload.
Alright, we're coming out. They got a Pharah, that's good. And you can just spam, spam, spam if you want now. They edited the map to where you can get this and get a little closer and rocket down on them. Just because that makes it a lot easier to hit the rocket. But you can just shoot a little. Yeah, and this is just out of Soldier's range. His range is pretty good, but you still need to find a way to get 10 meters closer to actually do something. So whether that be seeing their Sigma backing up and doing what your Hanzo's doing or something, you just gotta get a little closer. Okay, now we're finally taking an angle. I like this. You at least got a chance to get a pick now, so. And keep going. Your healing station lets you sort of contest angles, so fine, the Pharah got you, but you can fight for this with your healing station. Because you really don't want them to just set right back up and then you're back to square one, so I think you could have fought for that a little more. Like, it's fine to run away as Soldier if they react too strong, but I think you could have fought, because it's like you gotta just get all these pixel headshots now, which is hard. And you're kind of also just ADing out in the open a lot. Which at range isn't terrible, but you do eventually want to take a good spot. Yeah, and you just lost too many people now, so they'll probably punish you this time. Yeah, but I mean, doing this earlier was the play. You just did it after your teammates died.
Let's go.
Alright, Sigma's low, so he's going to have to start grasping, and when he does, that's your chance to sort of run up here and do the same thing. Just take an angle when it opens up. You might have to milk the Sigma for a while to force his cooldowns out, but eventually you're going to get a chance to move up. Okay, here we go. Good job. Good counter strafe on the rock. Just going through, we'll see when they recontest. You have the option here on Soldiers, has strong places here on Circuit Royale. Just anytime they have to retake, if you can get in some high ground creative spot and they all have to fling themselves here, you have the perfect angle to shoot them without getting shot back. So just things like that. There's a lot of places on a lot of maps where there'll be something like this, where there's a high ground spot looking over the end of the payload point, so because you've been standing in the street a little much. Yeah, like this you're a little too close to the Sigma also, but well, you were making yourself a target, but you got the point anyway, so all's well that ends well.
Still got some fight in me.
That's on your Genji, he was just going too fast. And your team's fighting, so at some point you gotta take some risk. Even if it's closer range and soldier wants, like coming here would be good. Coming here's a lot riskier because you can get spammed out, but or just walking forward. Like you can't let the Sigma, because I play a lot of Sigma. Like if you're Sigma and you see 3 people standing here and you can just shield and spam them, that's ideal. So you really need to try and swing past this guy, even if it means taking a little risk. Oh, nice shots. There we go. Once we got a little closer, you did fine. Good recoil control. It's just hard to hit those shots. And like even right here, why not try and take the up here or something? Just as soldier, you constantly want to try and be on the move, and if their Genji goes for you, you can just run back. But you should try and at least take a little map control and take some angles. And that Sigma let his barrier break early, so good job. We're going up. One down, they ulted, we can back up. If you get killed here, it's your fault. You should not be trying to fight this. This is like the one time where you have the opposite problem, where you're trying to contest an angle when it's not the right time. They're just gonna overpower you. And good shots! Ulting to force their life weaver ult is fine. Soldier's ult isn't that great, but you got some space in a tree, that's fine. And so you can spam the Sigma, but once you get some cooldowns out, if you can swing here, that's ideal, because then they can't all just hide behind Sigma. So just be aggressive, break the tree, and then when the time's right, you swing. Which we'll see how it plays out. Genji used deflect, this is perfect, okay, and you force more ults, but this is the right play. If they're gonna ult to try and come back, then that's fine, but this was the right play. Yeah, and that's basically all their ults, so that's fine.
Redeploy.
We got a flux now. I like you coming out here. If they were going to spawn camp, this would be a good angle to sort of break the spawn camp, so that was good. You just can't fight Ashe head on as much unless you're really hitting your shots. If the Sigma's going to do that, you can just shoot him, force his cooldowns. Genji used deflex, so good time to swing again. Alright, nice, nice.
What is that synergy? I'm on fire. Out of you too much.
Yeah, so you're playing that last fight was a good example of just shoot the Sigma when he gives himself to you as a target, then force some cooldowns, do some damage, and then swing when the time's right. So that was, if you're looking for an example, like that was a good soldier life right there. Your team did good, and you had the flux, but I mean, it was still good. And it's an option just because you play a lot in the main, in the street. You don't have to, but it's an option to try and take up here. And when they have Genji, it's always riskier. If they didn't have Genji, this would 100% be the right thing to do. With Genji, it's riskier, but I want you to know the options here, too. to just run up the where is it? Yeah, like here and then here and here, and that just makes it so much harder for them. Kind of like the first point. It's so hard to recontest when there's this dumb soldier on high ground 20 meters away, but and too close, like back the hell up. You know they're coming out with ults and you're too close to Sigma, so this is kind of just a feed. They don't punish you, but it's like you don't have to. Yeah, like you and your Sigma should be swapped. You can be here and here and do it like last life where you can chip them down, and if the chance comes you can swing out here, but don't try and brute force this as soldier. You're not Maga. That Ashe, if you see her, will be a good target. No. But that was a great pick right there. I think the problem was just the first half of that fight. You were here and then you self-corrected, but that was a good pick. So. Oh. And that was fine. You just gotta hit the rocket there.
I rubbed some dirt on it. Let's go.
I've
got you in my
60
sights.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, and they have plenty of time and space, and that's not gonna do anything. So try and at least break the shield or make them come up or something. But they don't even have to counter ult this, unlike the last ult. So this is just too soon. I think when you turned the corner, you assumed where they were, and you didn't actually have the information yet. You might have thought they were all here, but they weren't. I think that's what happened. Yeah, and that's fine. Genji gets you, you can run away. Good stuff. The only thing there is I think you had a chance to shoot Ashe. Like, try and... If you get multiple targets, choose the Ashe. That's the good thing about being on the angle, is a lot of times you have more to shoot than just the tank when you do that, but... Okay, now we're shooting the Ashe. Good job. And did the Juno get lifted? No. Okay, well, I knew someone got lifted. I was like, I know someone got lifted. It probably would have been good to shoot them, but... Holy shit, good shots. But yeah, there was a lot better, like, range and taking the angles mid-fight there, so that was good. So I think you know what good soldier looks like. Sometimes you just get in the trap of playing main and too far away or too close and running at the Sigma, so I think it's just consistency for you, because you mix in these good soldier plays. But now we'll see the defense.
Ready. Yet 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. The payload.
Yeah, and the good thing about this is now the Genji, he'll have a harder time getting to you at this range, and you can feast on the Pharah and the Juno, so this is all good. The only thing I was going to say is when you go this deep, like, Genji does get in range, so what I just said doesn't count. And I know you got booped, but I don't know what the point was of going here in the first place, because you now are putting yourself in range, and the Genji, if it's a good Genji, they can kill you pretty quick, so. Okay, good job getting out, though. And yeah, it's okay to shoot them, but as they come in, you need to start backing it. Just keep the range. Your Sigma is choosing to swing this corner, but that doesn't. You don't have to be right next to him. He's just choosing to be aggressive. Even here, getting split from your team, it's like on defense. On offense, you're trying to break these chokes, so you have to take some risk. But on defense, it's okay on defense to just sit back and spray at everyone if you need to. This is sort of just needless risk taking on defense. Yeah, and yeah, too close. Your Sigma kind of baited you into doing this, but don't play this close. You just keep your range. Your Ana is pretty good though. She always keeps you alive. Like, just reset. Like, I know a lot of shit happened, but just like anytime a lot of shit happens, like, just try and rethink, like, okay, where's a good spot to stand? And I think if had you done that, you realize, like, oh, I should go back here, or oh, I should go back to the corner. And instead, you just kind of get stuck in the street again. Okay, and your Ana kept you alive again, but I mean, you should have died earlier before trading out.
Feeling fortified.
Almost.
Nano boost administered.
And I like how you didn't just fling yourself at point. Like, you saw Sigmas there, and you used your range. So I really like how you're playing this, not being the third person to fling yourself here. Because what's Genji gonna do from this distance? Nothing. So. Yeah, your Hanzo was just being Hanzo was doing what you did last fight and got baited in too deep, but that's just on him. At this point, you should be trying to get out too a little bit. And I was gonna say, like, at this point, if you can try and just live and go here and ult, is what I think the play is. Like, try not to get killed right after your Hanzo, reset and ult, and will it work? I don't know. But it's a lot better than just getting run down like this, so. Nice kill, and your Zen bails you, so yeah, okay. You got the good aim.
That's better.
See, and that's good. That was a check to make sure you weren't getting baited in too far. I like how you kept your range, and if you were gonna swing, wide swing, but don't feel like you have to run at these guys on defense, because stuff like that'll get you, and then you'll feel like an idiot. But now she looks like an idiot because you kept your range. Oh, good job. And I don't blame you for shooting Zarya there. The Kiriko always throws me off. Okay, good cleanup kills.
60 seconds.
Same thing here. Just if they come in hard, get ready to get out. But I like your angle. Bar can't play the game. And at this point, I want you to just really put some distance on. It's last fight. I haven't been ult tracking that hard, but I'd at least know they have Juno. Well, Juno died. I was going to say a lot of ults are coming. But yeah, now it's really important to keep your distance because they still got Pharah ult and Kitsune coming at you. So if you can just like maximum range and ult, stuff like this, and just try and wear them out. Try and wait out their ults. Don't make yourself a good target because they're going to come in hard and use all their ults. It's just 100% going to happen, and when that happens, get away from the payload. We're probably gonna get Kitsune. Oh, well, they Kitsune pretty early, so good job on your Hanzo for forcing that. So. Oh, boo. Ana being a pro again. I guess she really wanted you to live, but. And wait this out, like, this is not the time to be swinging. I know Soldier is, like, angle maxing, but... And you have a nano, but I don't care about the nano. Like, you're not gonna brute force all these guys in a Juno ult, even with nano. So, now's the time to just keep your range. Like, if you want to do this so much, like, be here, or be here, just, you need to... I feel like you're gonna get baited into dying because you got a nano, but... Yeah. And that's why whenever it's last fight or they're coming into the payload, I'd just recommend range over going in close and trying to angle them, so.
They have superior numbers.
The payload
If
has
I'm
reached
still
the
standing,
checkpoint.
I'm still fighting.
Good job trying to pick the Pharah. Your Zen, I don't know why I did that, but...
That's better.
That at least would have gotten you out, so you're out of the choke point, which is at least one good thing, but the payload's not even far enough for that to be an issue. I don't know why your Zen ulted. No, well, you waited so long that now you are going to need your Sigma to help you to get out, but... Alright. I like you every time Pharah pops up, you try and kill her, so that's good.
I've got you in my sights.
You did it again. You assumed they were all here. I'm being hard because you did that before on attack right here. You totally assumed where they all were, and they're gone. So, this is the second sort of, dumb-looking ult, but Soldier's ult isn't that great, so it's honestly not the end of the world, but it's just as far as information gathering, you're missing out, thinking people are there and they're not. At least Sigma's with you this time when you ran forward, so... And at this point, ult tracking, like, they probably have Grav, because it's been, like, 2 or 3 fights. The other ults I wouldn't be sure of, but I know they've got Zarya ults, so try and not stack with your team. Or at least don't like, stack out of your team and peek out. If she grabs you here, you'll probably live, but you just gotta watch out for Grav. Like, this is just asking to get run down, but your Sigma's gonna ult, which I don't know if you communicated that, but this is another wide swing on defense that is just really dangerous, because you're line of sighting yourself, your team's not here, and even with the, yeah, so I would have recommended just not being so aggressive on defense. Yeah, it almost worked and I would have looked dumb, but it's just, you don't always have to take these risks on the angles on defense. It's okay to just shoot them from a distance. Because Zarya, her bubbles will run out real quick if she has to, like, run down this lane and get shot by everyone. Even if people think Zarya counters Sigma, if she has to run across this open area, no. You and the Sigma can burn her down, so that was just more needless risk on defense.
My ultimate is ready.
Still got some.
Огонь по готовности!
Nothing you can do about that. At least that's some ults out.
30 seconds.
And yeah, no recontest, no chance to. But yeah, since there's no chance to recontest, you don't necessarily have to fling yourself at them. But I mean, that's a small thing. Your team was going aggressive too, so. The Zarya might have actually been killable there, but. Luckily their Ashe missed some shots, and this is the time where, okay, they've all respawned, they're together, try and think about creating some range again. Soldier is just, because he can do range and he can kind of do flanking, or close-up stuffs, but this is a time where I think you should just be here. Like, I can just feel the fact they're about to come in, they're hitting abilities, and I don't want to see you die early again. Okay, yeah, you just... We've seen this a few too many times on defense. There's no reason not to... It's even the same angle, so there's no excuse for you trying to say, oh, I was trying to get an off angle. Like, just put some distance on defense.
Thank you.
Locking satellite vector!
And you guys are getting backed up and it's awkward. You can choose if you want to stay with your Sigma or do the wrap and try and... Because you can probably get the Pharah by surprise and get in a limb. You've almost killed her a lot of times, but if you can sneak an angle like this, then a lot of times you will get the kill pretty easily, and Ashe. And the good part is this is high ground too, so it's not like the Zarya will punish you for this, so... I think you can set up a defense here if you gotta reset, because it's gonna be tough too. I don't want you playing here. If you're going to give up the space, just stand where your Ana is what I'm saying. But that option's good too. Oh, and you guys get bulldozed. Honestly, was not ready for all those ults again, because they just did that, but they got their ults pretty fast. Oh, and it's not gonna... I thought this was gonna be like a 30-minute overtime. And it's competitive, so Soldier can touch pretty fast. I just gotta be like, where's the frickin' tank? Okay, they stayed Sigma, so you might as well just fling yourself at the point and give yourself a chance, but...
10 seconds.
Yeah, and they all backed up. Victory? What the hell? Oh, you guys won. Okay, I'm like, what the hell? Did we lose? Okay, well that was a good flux by your Sigma, so... You did touch it the last second. I was afraid you weren't going to touch. So even though that looked ugly, it was the right place, so... So good job winning. I think the main takeaways were you don't always keep your distance on defense, and on offense, you stayed a little too far away on offense. Offense is when you should be taking angles, even if it's sort of risky. So I think it's just more range on defense, less range on attack, at the right times, like when their cooldowns are down, then you swing, and you did that right a few times. On the ults, like, trying to be aware of where they are, and a good times to ult are when they're recontesting and you're on high ground, or you just want to create some space. You tried to get these flank kills that weren't there, so ults are honestly hard, but you just, because you were whiffing them, it's worth it to go over. So if you do those things, I think you can hit diamond like you said. Good luck.